Okay, now we're at Whistler Wines and I'm talking with Mel. We're talking about the NAB Gourmet Weekend, which is going to take place next year. But first, I'm just going to ask a few questions about Whistler. So, Mel, how long has Whistler Wines been established?
Yeah, well, originally it started, my uncle bought the property about 30 years ago. He had some sheep and crops on here. He used to be the chief viticulturalist for Penfold, so didn't want to work at work and come home and work. And eventually in 1994 we planted some vines, and our cellar door opened 10 years ago, so 99. Yeah.
It's an absolutely beautiful property. I thoroughly recommend just coming up to have a look, even before you taste the lovely wines. So with the NAB Gourmet Weekend, how long's Whistler been involved with that?
I think it's been about 7 years we've been involved. It's an absolutely wonderful event. For us, it's a great way for customers to be able to come to our space and experience our wine in a really relaxed environment. So great food. We have Saskia and Ellie Beer, which are Maggie Beer's daughters, and they do our catering, our amazing wines. And we have a couple of bands as well. One of them's jazz and one's a little bit 70s, 80s rock and roll. Keeps everyone happy. So it's, really relaxed environment. And we can't wait. Every year it's the biggest event on our calendar.
So in terms of numbers, how many people are you expecting?
Look, normally this stage we've been cracking about 1,500 a day, but I'm sure it'll be a lot bigger than that this year.
That's excellent. The other thing about the NAB Gourmet Weekend, it's promoted as a family-friendly day. Do you find that most people come with the kids?
Absolutely, and I think probably about 80% of the vineyards do something for kids. So you're looking at face painting. Here we've got a storyteller that reads to the kids at certain times and has her own little disco party about 3 o'clock. They also have crafts and games, all sorts of things like that. So it's lots of fun for young and old.
So for people who are going to come and taste Whistler wines and go, oh my goodness, I love those wines, are Whistler wines distributed locally, or are they cellar door sales only?
Sure. Well, so most of our market is here at Cellar Door, and you can imagine with a beautiful environment like this, we love everyone to come up and see our space. But we do local distribution through smaller, maybe your boutique independent retailers. So plug the guys. You're looking at Melbourne Street sellers, East End sellers, Goodwood sellers, just those small guys that really know about their wine, and we make sure they know about us so our customers can find out a little bit more about us and the wine at the same time.
So with the Gourmet Weekend, are you guys partaking because it does promote your wine in the marketplace, or is it just because you simply love it and have a great time?
I'd have to say both there. We do have an absolute ball. We have 2 parts to our family, so my uncle and his family and my father and us. And each family takes it in turns to run each day, which is good fun because it means we get to relax and enjoy ourselves with our friends on the other day. So definitely that party atmosphere is a big part of why we're involved. But the other thing is we have so many people that come through throughout the year with their friends and family that say, look, I was here at Gourmet, we were here at NAB Barossa Gourmet and it was great fun and we had such a good time, we had to come back and bring our friends. So I think it's 2 parts to that story and we love both sides.
So the festival weekends and the gourmet weekends and the events that take place down in the Barossa, they are an integral part of the Barossa now, something that's going to be ongoing moving forward?
Yeah, absolutely. Well, you've got the NAB Barossa Gourmet, which is held every year. You've also got the Barossa Vintage Festival. Now, currently that's held every 2 years, and that's about 10 days of festivities and activities and all sorts of things. Another one that's coming up is Barossa Slow, which we're really excited about, all about food and wine matching and that kind of thing, which is the big part of the culture of the Barossa. You're finding that there's a lot of other wineries that are doing different activities. Here at Whistler, we hold something almost every month. So from barrel shed concerts through to twilight concerts out here on the lawn. We also have Australia Day with our own thong throwing competition. Before you laugh, it's the thongs down there, not the ones up here. So we have that and all sorts of stuff. Easter Sunday, and the idea for us here at our winery, totally catered for food, for kids and adults alike, with food and wine and music. And I think there's a lot more people in the valley that are saying, hey, we just don't want to be a cellar door. We want to offer people extra experiences. So it's certainly catching on.
And in terms of responsible service of alcohol for this weekend, do you find that most people this weekend, next weekend, will probably drive up, or are there going to be bus tours? How do you generally find people arrive?
Yeah, it's a combination. We have the local bus service here puts on a shuttle bus, and they actually, for a small fee, and it's really quite small, you can actually go from Adelaide, come up to the Barossa and jump on one of the shuttle bus loops, and there's 3 of them that run throughout the valley, and that enables you to go from winery to winery without having to worry about who's driving. With the responsible service of alcohol, we're definitely that, making sure nobody's getting too carried away. And we do, because of our licence, we have security on board to make sure that everyone's under control. But because it's such a family event, everyone's pretty well behaved. We're really happy about the atmosphere that's created on the day.
Excellent. Well, I'd like to thank Mel very much from Whistler Wines. I'm going to highly recommend Whistler. It's such a pleasant and beautiful environment out here, and we're looking forward to coming back next weekend. Thanks, Mel.
My pleasure.